Hey, what's up, and welcome into another edition of Chopping It Up with Chaz. I'm joined alongside Ryan Clarke. I want to get right into this. It's been a crazy past 2 weeks for the Sun Devil team. They travel to Lubbock, Texas to take on the Red Raiders. They fall to them. Then they come back and face an Oregon team headlined by Justin Herbert and Royce Freeman, and they complete the upset. Would you categorize that win as a season turnaround win?
I think it has the potential to be. They got to get a win at Stanford this week to prove that their season is indeed turned around, but that is definitely going to be a challenge to go on the road in Palo Alto and be able to pull off that type of an upset. That being said, they looked good against Oregon, and their defense looked improved. The offensive side of the ball, they were able to give Manny Wilkins the time he needed to make the plays that he did, and he found N'Keal Harry all game long. I mean, when you've got a playmaker like that, it makes it a lot easier. But both sides of the ball, they really look a lot improved compared to the start of the season where they were a bit sluggish.
Yeah, the road doesn't get any easier. The team's heading up to Northern California to take on the Stanford Cardinal this Saturday. What are they going to need to do to complete yet again what looks like an upset if they beat them?
Well, they have to maintain the level of play that they had against Oregon and in the second half against Texas Tech in order to pull off the upset. They also have to be able to stop Bryce Love, who is an incredibly talented running back and just ran all over the field against UCLA. So Bryce Love is the main problem that Phil Bennett pointed out all this week for his defense to be able to stop. And offensively, I mean, they just need to maintain the playmaking ability that they have been able to pull off these last couple of weeks.
I wonder if you can put your finger on what Phil Bennett and this defensive coaching staff is doing, because the character and the tenacity of this defense has totally been turned around throughout these last couple of weeks. What do you think it is?
Well, Phil Bennett's a hard-nosed coach, and he has built a relationship with a lot of these guys where he calls it a love-hate relationship between him and Christian Sam, one of the linebackers on the ASU defense, in that he loves Christian Sam, but Christian Sam hates him. And that's because Phil Bennett is just such a motivator and a hard-nosed coach. He's been around a long time. So having a guy like that is definitely helpful for a young and inexperienced ASU defense, but also the reps that they've been getting have been allowing them to improve as they have. I mean, when you have 4 starters in the secondary that have never played a snap at the Division I level, that's going to be a challenge, and Phil Bennett has acknowledged that. So the reps have been important, and being able to have a motivator like Bennett behind you is also incredibly important.
You name dropped just a minute ago. You named Bryce Love, a big-time running back the Sun Devils are going to face yet again. Last week against UCLA, 30 carries for 263 yards. How does this inexperienced Sun Devil defense try to contain a guy like that?
Well, it's going to be tough without Karan Crump. I mean, losing him and being able to stop an Oregon team last week was really impressive. So they need to be able to maintain that effort both in the front 7 and the secondary in this next game if they want to even hold him under 150 yards. I mean, that alone would be an accomplishment given what he did against UCLA. So he's going to be the number one factor. They have a kind of uncertain quarterback situation right now, but when you got a running back like that, it doesn't necessarily matter, especially against an ASU team that has given up big plays in the past. So limiting those big plays is going to be vital for this ASU team going forward.
We'll have to wait until Saturday to see if this ASU defense contained yet another big-time running back. But for Ryan Clarke, I'm Chaz Frazier. Thank you for joining us.